But what it was trying to say in that poem is that you can find endless beauty in the cosmos in the smallest things on Earth. And we were set out to capture that scale. And so that when I read the treatment, I go, this story allows us to go that epic and that intimate.
You serious?
Cracked Egg Reviews.
Alright, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Marvel Studios' newest movie, Eternals, has just arrived in theaters, so it's time to talk about it. Now, Eternals is a movie that I was very excited for when first announced, but lost anticipation. And then the trailer came along. I thought it looked like a beautiful movie. I was quite excited. And then the TV spots came out, a little bit too many, and I lost interest, and yeah, I just forgot this movie was coming out. This movie is a little bit wonky to me. Like, it just feels like they were trying too hard. It doesn't really make sense, you know, like, we'll get into the plot, but I just want to say they shouldn't have made this movie. With the director they had attached to it, Chloe Zhao, I believe that Eternals might have turned out worse without her, but I believe that, I don't believe that they should have brought her in to do this movie that no one knows about. I think she would have done better with like a really cinematic movie. Eternals can be cinematic, but it didn't feel cinematic to me whatsoever. Like, people are comparing this to Dune. It is not Dune. This movie just, you don't really care about the characters whatsoever. And I know you can't really care about the characters in Dune, but Dune comes from a sci-fi book that's like classic. Eternals, they were probably sprinkled around, but in this movie, they weren't sprinkled in any other MCU project, so they don't really work inside of their own movie. It just doesn't feel that right. But let's get on to the plot about this movie. And to be honest, I don't remember that much about this movie. It just really got very messy for me. I got confused, and I don't get confused during movies, like I said about Dune, but this one really did kind of give me Dune vibes about the confusion. I mean, this was probably even worse because like there was a twist inside of it, and it was like a really stupid twist. And then characters were changing their sides. Like, no, I'm good. Yeah, I'm actually bad now. And then I'm good again. Like, what's going on there? Yeah, I was a little bit confused throughout the entire movie. I couldn't give you a rundown on the plot. I don't know what the fuck was going on during this whole movie. I remember these dinosaur dudes were like the villains, and then there was this one that was on its two legs walking around. God damn, this movie sucks. I don't know what's with Marvel lately, but they just make trash movies now. I couldn't stand this movie, nor Shang-Chi, nor Black Widow. I think they all are in the same level of suckiness. They were just trash. Now, the one good thing about this movie, I would say, is probably Sprite and Throng and Kit Harington. I feel like those characters were the only characters I actually cared about. Kit Harington, you know, because Kit Harington, right? But Sprite as an actress who's like 12 years old was pretty incredible. Saying that she was probably the best actor in the whole entire movie, yet she's 12 years old. I couldn't believe that overall. Like, I thought she was really good inside this movie. But Throng was another character I liked, and again, just because the actor, I quite like him. But yeah, I quite liked his character, and I'll enjoy seeing him again if we ever do. But yeah, overall, this movie just kind of sucked. Those were the only good points. I can't even say the visual effects were good, because they really did suck. I don't know, everything inside this movie was just bad to me. I couldn't like it whatsoever, and I wanted to like it because it's a Chloe Zhao movie, and Nomadland is one of my favorite movies, but Eternals just was so trash. I don't know what they were thinking with this movie. Like, maybe they were hoping it to be like a new awesome movie like Avengers, but the problem with that is they didn't really introduce them in any other movies. It's like what happens if Avengers was just Avengers? No Iron Man 1, 2, or Captain America or Thor, just Avengers. That wouldn't work too well. But the problem with Eternals is you can't really do that because no one would go see a movie about like Ajax or Cersei or Thrawn or whoever. I don't care. They're all the same. They all feel the same. They don't have emotion. This movie is just so sucky. Once I finished it, I couldn't stop thinking about it and how bad it was. I just didn't really understand what was going on, and it felt like they were going place to place to place just to show some cool cinematography when it's not actually caring about the story. I just couldn't like this movie whatsoever. I think this is probably one of the worst movies we've gotten this year, sadly. Same from Chloe Zhao. Like, come on, this movie sucked. Thinking about it now, this is probably the worst Marvel movie. Actually, no, Black Widow is. But, yeah, I just hated this movie. And that's sad for me to say, too, because I was excited for it. Right? Like, it's just so bad. Alright, well, let's give this movie a score now. So, overall, I would give this movie maybe a 27 out of 100. Pretty sure that's the same thing I gave Black Widow. Oh well, I just really did not like this movie. I didn't think it had anything of all of like character development, just grounding the characters in general. They just felt like gods. And even though they could get killed, it was just kind of stupid overall. So yeah, I just did not like this movie. Alright, well that was my take on Eternals. Tell me yours in the comment section down below. And see you guys.